What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars, picking up, in right after a long-awaited rest. We all leveled up. We're having a great time at this spa on the Blighted Isle.
Yes,
it's going to be great, guys. So let's do some brief introductions, since just in case this is somebody's first time tuning in, and we will start off with the lovely Velree.
I wasn't ready.
Not ready? We can move on.
No, it's fine. Hello, I am Velree. I play the role of Velree. Maybe I am Velree in real life. We'll see.
Be scared.
Not a game familiar that just ran away. But yeah, I play a barbarian vampire. I like to use my claws a lot. It's my best strength, I guess. And I'm trying a new lookout tonight, guys. I don't know. It was spur of the moment.
Hey, I like it. It's when desperate times, desperate measures. You're on the Blighted Isle. Who knows? You can't keep up all the looks. So it looks good, though. I think it looks good, personally.
That's definitely.
Next would be Jumbo Smooth playing Rogar.
Hello, everyone. I am Jumbo Smooth. I play Rogar, son of Amu. 7'5", 400-pound dragonborn. Has a headband of intellect. Makes him smarter than he normally is. Still ignorant of a lot of the world, but has taken an interest in other things than he probably would have before. Trying to help Tristan out with the helmet, So, yeah, he's that's Rogar.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, it is. And then next. No, this is not a Lunar Skinner concert. This is, in fact, Dan Decker.
That's right. No, man. Moog Broadjaw, crossbow expert, 8 foot tall, 400-pound bugbear. And a 10-foot reach.
Nice.
I am currently cursed by the dredger of the deep more than I was previous, covered in lovely barnacles that hopefully someday we may find a way to take off, because it has me slowed quite a bit, 20-foot walking speed now. So, I could actually probably get farther just by pulling myself along the ground with my 10-foot arms. Anyway, but I can swim now. So there's that. And, hey, listen here, brother, ain't no big thing. We'll do all right.
Ain't no big thing. No, speaking of ain't no big thing, how about DB209?
Yes, playing Captain Tristan Varel, coming at you live from the Blighted Isles, where we've taken our month-long retreat, vacation, summer rental house, where we are all bonding, and getting chased by giant bushes.
Yes,
I love how the captain's turned it into a team building exercise.
Yes, it's team building now.
Team building. We're gonna bond. And then last but not least, Andrea playing Zune.
I'm Zune, a drow bard with a cat guitar now. I have a cat. Thank you. I'm very grateful. And I'm done.
And you're done. That was it.
Yeah.
Game over.
That's all that matters.
Zune's checked out the rest of the episode. She's done. He's done.
That's it.
Well, last we left off, we have some like upkeep things that we're going to deal with in a moment. But before that, you guys had set out towards the Blighted Isles following Brine. There was a big shenanigans happened. You ended up fighting the siren, Sally Saltmouth, long may she reign, who didn't manage to flee, to escape from the party. Unfortunately, she dove deep into the water in the cave that you guys have currently made your living space, was able to escape, taking with her a item from Captain Varel, an item that you guys had been looking into, and apparently she coveted. You slew everyone in the cave, but unfortunately in the process, Moog Broadjaw met his end. Not only did he meet his end, but he also met his end near water, and the dredger came to call and plucked Moog from his mortal coil, and he served a stint on the dredger's ship, the Red Grail. A stint that he probably wishes he hadn't, because it has affected him in many ways. However, the crew, the rest of the crew, after attempting to flee, found that their ship, the Sea Hag, was burnt down, sabotaged by the remaining crew that was left on it. It turned out that they were not so friendly, possibly similar creatures to Brine. And you decided to eventually take shelter within the Hag's Cave after finding the Blighted Isle very much a damn near uninhabitable environment, very hostile, one might say. Within the cave, you looked at some of the items that you'd gotten a hold of, one of them being a glass globe with almost like a miniature galaxy inside of it. Despite Tristan Varel's spellcraft, unable to unravel all the details about it, it might take more study than just a little zap here and there. But did find a little bit out about it, specifically some of the magics that might be intertwined within it. But the second item was a large conch that Velree had taken from the Hag's treasure vault, which when Zune put it to his lips and blowed, it vibrated, a entity known as Suliath, a Merid, a water genie, essentially, was summoned, and he wished to be freed. All of you decided to rest on this deal. Meanwhile, Moog was tortured for God knows how long while you rested. Then you awoke and you managed to shatter the conch, releasing Suliath, which was part of his deal, which then he decided to make all of you tell him a tale so that he could see if you would be worthy slaves or not. Turns out he was going to make you a slave no matter what, because no matter what you did, you were enslaved in some way. In fact, I believe Velree and Zune, as well as Moog, were fitted with some slave collars, and a fight broke out because Tristan Varel was not taking this shit, and Suliath decided to try to skewer him like a fish, and needless to say, lots of crazy shit happened. At one point in time, Tristan Varel brought in another version of himself. Unfortunately, it was Illith Trist, the Mind Flayer version of himself, that burst free. You guys did kill him. Got his spellbook, in fact. So, Trist, you actually still have his spellbook and a piece of his tentacle. As gross as that sounds, you cut off a piece of his tentacle. But you did slay Suliath with the aid of the party, breaking the shackles on your neck. But unfortunately, you were unable to secure passage off of the Blighted Isle. Hence, your current predicament. We did our level up last session, so we went over all of that. A little bit of housekeeping, as far as if any of you are concerned. I doubt anybody is. But let me pull it up. Where are you? That is not what I'm looking for. Boom. Okay. It is currently... Where are you? That's not the right one. Boom. Here we go. We are currently in the... Yes. All right. It's currently the 29th of Nia Star. It is almost Nia Stan, if you guys are looking at your calendars. Almost a full month and a few days have passed since then. There are a couple holidays coming up. We'll see what takes place and if anything happens with that. But regardless, during this time spent, we're going to do a little bit of rolling to see how some things went on the island in the interim, in addition to everything you guys have already done. Point of note, Zune, you had discovered a loot which needed some magical repairing, which Tristan Varel did do. And you have an item now. I will say that at some point Trist identified it, especially after you strum on it and summoned a semi-spectral cat. You can look up. It is called the Lover's Loot. It should be in the D&D Beyond. I don't know if all of the stuff is working, so you'll have to let me know if it's working or not. You can read it if you want, or read it aloud, or whatever. But you do have that item. And the rest of you, let's see here, real quick. Trist. Yes. So the dreams that we all had, that we described last session, those are going to be happening the last day of this. Essentially, what's going to happen is because we failed our check to fix the helmet, when the blast of energy hit all of you, everyone was knocked unconscious, had these dreams, and this is going to be the next morning is when we're going to pick up. However, before we get to that, I need some checks from everyone. Everyone is going to have to roll. It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be fun. So let me pull up my stuff and make sure I've got my log open. Boom. All right. So what I need from all of you is, first off, we are going to test your mettle on the island. Everyone is going to have to make me a survival roll. First failed. Rogar unfortunately failed.
Damn it, Rogar.
All right. The only people that failed were Tristan and Rogar. Everyone else passed. All right.
So smart.
So just take note of whichever ones you guys fail. Just remember. All right. Now I need everyone to give me a stealth check.
Roll my advantage, right? Like there's nothing.
Yes, you because of your item. That's fair. Mm-hmm. Okay, only
I'm
Zoom.
gonna re-roll that, if I may.
You're not re-rolling anything this time.
Damn it!
This is separate. Completely separate.
I'm screwed. Okay.
That's one fail for Zoom. And then the last roll. So these are basically what we're doing right now is we are assessing how you guys have done this past month in this very, very treacherous place. The last roll, I'm going to leave it up to you guys what you want to roll. I'll go each individually. Let's start with Velree. What would you like to put? What would you like to put forward? It can be anything you want to roll, any skill you want to roll, but it has to. You have to explain to me how it's going to aid either the party or your survival on this island thus far.
Okay, athletics.
Okay.
And
how is this helping everyone?
Listen.
Work out. I teach people how to work out with them.
How do you want to do this?
It's don't you make your own athletic checks whenever I have to like jump and stuff? So
That's true.
So whenever there's something far away, I can jump over and get it, like and retrieve it to help the camp.
Sure, why not? Give me athletics check. We'll
do wall squats.
We'll say that Velree is basically acting as kind of like a lookout, doing like some parkour shit, around the island occasionally.
Parkour.
16. She's good. So Rogar, what would you like to aid the party with for your skill check?
So athletics.
Yeah. Sell me on this one.
No. I'm gonna do a different one. Since Velree did athletics, I'm going to do persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay.
I am going to try to motivate the crew, party.
Exactly.
This is nothing. To try to tell them stories like this is nothing compared to the North. Let me tell you, as I describe the harshness of the cold, frigid wastes.
Granddaddy Rogar.
Exactly. Tell us your tale, Rogar. Let's see that persuasion check.
Okay, let me roll this roll here. Oh God! Roll a 6.
Rogar is not very persuasive.
He's not very persuasive.
He tries a couple times, but it's not sinking in with everyone else. So you can count that as a fail, Rogar.
Okay,
All right. How about
with athletics?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I would have rolled a 2, and so I would have gotten an 8.
Yeah, that's true.
There it is.
So how about my Skinner representative, Moog the Hitman Broadjaw?
Yeah, listen, Moog
Yeah.
would definitely be doing. Let's see, he could do some athletics in the water, go fishing.
Jesus.
You know,
He can swim now. He can swim.
wow.
Everybody's not doing athletics. Give me a
No?
break here.
Okay, I can do another survival check. That's just slaying.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's do it.
All right. You want to be lame? Ooh, I failed big time. We're all starting.
Shit, that's a natural one.
That's what I get for giving you shit.
Moog fails on that. Well, you would have failed any check with a natural one. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, no, I thought I was going. I just fell off the cliff.
No, Moog has a hard time. Maybe you're having a hard time adjusting to all
I
of
am.
the,
Yeah.
your
Extra
current
girth.
predicament, and so
Yeah.
you're a little off.
A lot of
Oh.
barnacles.
Oh god, this is going poorly.
All right, Tristan Varel, how would you like to aid the crew right now?
I would like to roll athletics because.
Oh, yeah? You would?
No, I'm going to do history, and
Okay.
every night around the campfire, Tristan Varel is gonna give a little history lesson on the EOD
Oh, okay.
and
Okay.
Zen myth.
All right. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Give me
Now that I think I've read that book front to back.
I would say you've read it, definitely.
So history for 16.
That's a pass. That's a good. I'll say I will, and because of that, I will say that all of you do have a certain level of what's the word? Preconception about Zen myth at this point. You guys have like a little bit of a map in your head of certain key places that are mentioned within this book. Now, I will say this book is not specific. It doesn't there's not like a map of Zen myth in here. This is more like a religious text,
Yes.
a insane religious text that would drive most people crazy. However, you guys get a little bit extra, so you'll have some advantage on certain checks if we ever get there. Last but not least, Zune, how would you like to aid the party?
Well, performance, and I can
Sure.
tie this into why my stealth roll sucked. So, just went out and about. Whenever we're trying to figure out and get a lay of the land, I will serve as a distraction or bait to try to see what all is out there. And I'll also try to keep spirits up by, playing with my little ethereal cat. Well, no, that came out wrong. Playing the lute and letting the ethereal cat run around,
Okay.
which doesn't help much more, but God, sorry, I'm looking at the chat box. That's why I'm laughing. Yeah, let's see if this works out. Performance. It's fine.
17?
I got a 17.
That's a pass. That is a pass.
Plus 11. Jeez.
I know she is.
Damn.
Yeah. Now, is that working right? Have you looked at your spell save DC and stuff
I
like that?
haven't had a chance to look yet.
Okay.
I
You
haven't.
could just attune the
have it
item.
saved.
It's supposed to add a +1 to your save DC and your spell attack. It's supposed to.
Yes.
I don't
I'm
know if it's going
excited.
to work or not because I had to make it myself. So we'll see.
I appreciate it. I would like to. I don't know how to attune to something.
You click on the item and then there should be a little attune.
Oh, nice. I see it.
Mark. Yeah.
Perfect. Then yes, I'm definitely doing that.
Okay. I don't know if it'll work or not. Just let me know and I'll try to tinker with it if not.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So, in the meantime, everyone that failed a check, including the ones we just had, all fails count as 1 point of exhaustion when we start the adventure here. So, however many fails you have, that's how many points of exhaustion you have as we start.
Yeah.
Velree is good to go. Rogar has 2.
2.
Moog, how many you got? Just 1?
Just one.
Just 1? How about old Trist? How many you got?
Just one from
Just
the
one?
survival
Yeah,
check.
not too bad. Not too bad. How about Zune here?
Just one.
Just 1. All right. Rogar's the only one who's a little more exhausted than everyone else. And essentially what this is the survival roles are more about not necessarily out foraging and hunting for food, but some of you would probably be doing that, but also just the aspect of what you guys are probably being forced to eat and eke out during this this month-long endeavor. And the stealth checks are hiding from rather strange and bizarre predators that sometimes prowl the island. Some of them probably resulting in brutal fights, which may or may not have left some of you in a more exhausted state. And last but not least, our final test: how to aid the survival of the crew here as a total. Most of you contributing as best you can, as best as you know how. All right, we are picking up the next day. Did you want to read that item, Zune?
I can.
If you'd like. I don't know. You can. It's up to you if you want to or not. There is a little bit extra for it that is not written in the description that I can let you know about if you'd like.
Sure. A beautifully crafted lute of great antiquity. A glowing lantern is engraved in the head with the strings of a light reaching toward a curvy woman shrouded in a cloak. Very on brand for me, thank you. Its black wood is of unknown origin, and the strings appear to be made of strands of pure gold, and the inlays are polished bone. While attuned to this item, a bond is made granting the performer a +1 to attack rolls and a +1 to their spell save DC. In addition, you are granted a fragment of the lute's will, allowing you to cast the etherealness spell and see invisibility spell once a day. Ooh, I didn't look at that part. Thank you. Okay, and see invisibility spell once a day. Furthermore, the guardian of the lute is a spectral cat that can be summoned and acts as a familiar. However, it has a will of its own and must be convinced to aid its master. Should the guardian be reduced to 0 hit points, it is sent back to its home plane and cannot be summoned again until 1d4 long rest.
Right.
I will take care of it.
All right.
Was Solly talking about the curvy woman?
Yeah.
The lover's lute. It was broken when you first found this, so it was not exactly like whole. The magic was more than likely intact, but the actual instrument itself was actually broken. There is an inscription on the back of this lute. Very small inscription, and it is not in a normal language. It is in, well, I don't think any of you know this language.
Yeah, man.
Comprehend languages.
Okay, I'll say that at some point you decide you want to realize what it is, and you will know that it is written in Celestial. It is written in Celestial. It's almost like Elven script, written in a very sing-song manner. And while it's probably lost the verbal tone and how it probably said is much different than what you read, just because it's translated for you. But essentially what you read is, may our bond never break, and may nothing come between us.
A little ominous, but okay, I'll take it. I mean, not doing well.
You would know that this is like an ancient item. It looks very, very, very old, but very well crafted. So, all right. With that out of the way, after all of your various visions, one, in fact, Velree seeing visions of possibly a shadowed figure from her past doing God knows what, with other shadowy figures doing something else. Rogar getting the glimpse of Galrish, the dragonborn seasoned hunter from his tribe that was banished long ago in a dune-like sand. Moog reliving his very horrible past excursion on the Red Grail. Tristan Varel seeing perhaps a glimpse of who knows what, maybe an alternate timeline, maybe his near future, of a eldritch entity possibly bursting forth from the sea. And of course, Zoom, seeing his father in a state of disquiet with his mother's hand about his shoulder, being summoned to a council. Regardless of all of these situations, I should note, all of you will regain 1 point of sanity if you have not done so already, up to your maximum, whatever your maximum is. So, Mo, I put you at 2. The rest of you go up to 1. You go up to 1. You go up 1 more. And everything else you guys get back. You guys have all your spell slots. Everything's good to go except for your current exhaustion levels from living on this horrible place. The next morning comes. Yeah, I'm assuming all of you guys are in the cave together because that's where this all happened. What would you guys like to do?
had a really crappy dream last night. I think we need to get off this island now. Like, this is starting to, like, I love spending time with all of you, but I'm kind of at my breaking point. I need to talk to other people as well before I start making people up, if you know what I mean. Like Moog over there is probably doing. I mean, any luck? Why are you what's the status on your fancy hat, your fancy tin hat?
Yeah, that's gonna need some extra time. Rogar pressed the wrong button last night and made it explode.
We all woke up from the concussive blast, right?
Yes, you guys are all waking up kind of at the same time, groggily.
Okay.
Probably with headaches.
Yeah.
Told you not to press that button.
I'd like to roll an insight check on everyone just to see if they're all as. I'm just curious.
Okay.
I want to kind of get the lay of the land. Just how's everyone doing this morning?
All right, paranoia is real. Let's do this. Insight check.
Yeah, I think everyone's fine.
Yeah, everyone's doing pretty good.
Must have just been me that had the bad dream.
Yeah.
Oh well, this is fine.
I too was visited with a strange dream.
Do tell. I'm just gonna take out my.
A person from my past, a member of my tribe, Gaulish, was in a strange land full of sand, and was fighting off a horde of creatures. Strange symbols or shapes I'm unfamiliar with in the background. I don't know what it means, but I was too visiting with the tree. Moog, we're not sure we have broached the subject too much, but your condition seems to have worsened. You have barnacles covering your legs.
Friend Rogar, I can't really say why, but as far as you all had dreams, I had nightmares of torturous experiences. Obviously, I'm worse for it.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
I don't look so. I don't feel so good.
No offense.
But he's got a crazy look in his eye. His one eye.
Let's keep an eye on that one.
If you want, I can give you one of. Well, I don't really want to give you one of my knives right now with the way you're looking at us. But if you would like, we could try to get some of those barnacles off.
Oh, I've chipped away at them. They just come back.
Oh, gross. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
No offense.
Each time.
That's okay.
Oh.
At least I don't smell like beef and cheese anymore.
It's true. He doesn't. It smells like a fish market.
Fish.
Yeah,
Moog the fishmonger. Moog the fishmonger.
Okay, so 3 of us had weird dreams. Anyone else?
Velree's just kind of like zoned out a little bit. Like, the whole little like, oh God,
I'm sure she's fine.
It's normal for her.
You're gonna like pat her on the back. Like,
I'm gonna be like kind of whispering like,
Oh God.
I'm gonna just play the lute with her. Kitty. Yeah.
Are you gonna name that thing?
Playing sad music.
I'm gonna ask it No, I'm gonna play calming music, like meditation music. Not sad, let's go further into the depths of despair music. I'm not that kind of friend, but maybe I am. Frenemies. But no, I'm gonna I'm gonna assume the cat might have a name already. I'll figure it out. I'll talk to him.
How are you gonna talk to him?
I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay.
where's Whaley when you need him,
Yeah, where is Waitley?
Ah, boom. There he is.
Boom.
How do the cats interact?
Wait, I forget all about you.
Yeah. Is it still an octopus, or do you make it a cat again?
Make it a cat again.
He looks
we've been
very,
here for a month.
very upset at you. Very upset.
Velree once lately.
You changed his form at some point,
Yes.
so he's just kind of like.
I'm
sorry.
back and there's a replacement cat.
There's another one there.
It's been a hectic month.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Tristan, any fun dreams to regale us with?
Always.
Since
Always have fun dreams, but now that you mention it, I guess it was a dream. It felt like it was almost like it was real. I was standing on a reef. I was overlooking. Pull up my notes here.
you have a dream journal?
I do have a dream journal.
Opens up his spell book. It is a journal.
I saw an island. And I was bleeding. And I had this black book that was made out of some type of flesh. And there was a hooded man. His arms were up wide, like he was preaching or praying. And there was this gargantuan hand that just rose up out of the water. And he touched me and it like swallowed me up. Then I woke up.
Was there a message accompanying your dream? Like maybe do this to avoid this fate, or
not in the literal sense, but figuratively, I'm sure there was a message involved in that.
did it look familiar? Like the place you were at where preachy person was? Something that we can avoid, just something we can look for warning signs, be like, we're gonna go this way.
And it wasn't Conwich, so it was some type of coastal town.
So we should go back to Conwich, is what you're saying.
Well, we should eventually. I mean, Mo's gonna need some type of help, and he's a little insane, and those barnacles.
I hear you. He's crazy.
He's already crazy. He probably hears anything. Those barnacles are also starting to cover up his entire face.
Shh. He might be sensitive about that.
I don't think that was part of the description.
It wasn't, but that's fine.
You look great, Mo, considering all that you've been through.
Hair still immaculate.
Immaculate.
Yeah, your mullet is
than
really on fleek.
Quaffs it. Well,
Seawater's doing something for it.
all of you are regaled with the lovely sounds of hail beating outside. The weather has not been great this time either. It is getting colder. You are firmly like right on the precipice of a full winter. Out at sea, it's going to be miserable.
This is just like home.
It's pretty bad. Starting to hail outside. It's done this a few times while you've been here, but it isn't pleasant to say the least. And now I need one of you lovely individuals to decide the fate of the party. I need someone to roll me a d4.
I'm feeling lucky.
Oh, okay, sure, Velree, roll a d4. Why don't you?
Here comes the 4.
A one.
That's one.
Okay. All right, let me just make sure I've got everything good. All right. So, this will work out nicely.
Not great.
All right. During the day, I'm assuming you guys have routines that you guys keep to. Does anybody go looking outside for food, or perhaps even Mo going out to doing your rifle training, maybe? Does Rogar
I'll go
do some
rifle
hunting?
training. Yeah, I'll go rifle training, hunting.
Rogar would go hunting most days if he could.
Velree does her parkour athletics around the around the nearby vicinity. I'm assuming maybe Zune and Tris. Maybe I don't know if you guys go outside the cave very often. Probably not, but that's up to you. Regardless, though, the three of you that for sure are leaving the cave. Do you guys all take the boat together, or does Moog swim out like a fish because he can swim ridiculously fast now?
Oh yeah, I'm swimming. If I can swim, I'm swimming.
Moog,
How fast can you swim?
40 feet. 40 feet.
I still swim faster.
You do still
Dang.
swim faster. That's messed up.
Rude.
Why would
That's
you point
rude.
that out?
That
Give
is
him
rude.
one thing, okay? Moog. While you feel so dry. You feel so rigid when you're on land now. But the moment you hit the water, you feel free, and you just
water
move.
gazelle.
You just
Yeah.
move. You just start moving, and you've noticed during this month, Moog, that you've dove down a couple times and you don't have to come for air.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is. Perhaps it's the barnacle kind of infestation on you. You don't appear to have any gills or anything like that. You don't have to breathe anymore. You can just swim underwater.
Tough now, you know.
Yes, you are a tough son of a bitch now. So I'll give you
He's
that.
becoming a Velree.
As Moog swims out to his kind of rifle range he has set up in a probably near the Harpy's Roost, I'm assuming, the dead Harpy's Roost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you guys cracked those eggs at some point, ate them. So since you killed their family anyway.
We raise harpies? Is that an option?
Yeah.
Do you want to try to raise a harpy? Is this what we're doing?
I like it.
Yeah, if this is an option.
All right, let's see here. What am I going to do?
I don't.
Which one of you is going to attempt to raise this thing? To try to hatch this egg?
Do we know if it can be done before we do it? Like, is it a terrible, terrible idea, or has it just never been
That's
done?
up to you.
It's just a bad idea. It's not a terrible, terrible one. Yeah.
It's up there.
I think I'll probably just ask Rogar how to take care of an egg and how are people born in his culture, because he's the closest thing to.
Listen.
I'm sure
If
Rogar
it
is
goes
offended.
south, we can just kill it.
Yeah, see there. Yeah. Okay,
Sure,
then
Rogar is offended because he was not hatched. He was born
Oh,
It's true. It's true.
like a person.
I apologize.
Misconception.
It's in the name.
We are born.
Dragonborn.
Exactly. Hence the name Dragon.
Born out of a dragon. I'm going to write that down. Forgive me. And I'm going to try to hatch this egg. I will use the warm little cushions.
Why don't you give me an animal handling check? And the DC
gonna
is
be
going to
bad.
be high.
Animal handling.
This is before disadvantage, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. Before disadvantage.
I do not do well with that egg.
That's a 10.
Ooh.
I will say that you attempt to, you don't know what you're doing, Zoom. You kind of sit on it for a little while and you're like, I don't know.
So what the
It's big.
birds do.
I mean, it's large. It's like the size of like a basketball. It's good size. And
How many of these eggs do we have?
there's a few up there. You pick
I'm gonna
one.
try.
You pick one out, and you sit on it a couple times, and then there's this one time you just, I don't know, perhaps Waitley in his pissed off state at all of you just kind of like slashes at you. You fall down a little too fast, and you squash the egg beneath your nest, and just cracks open. There is harpy like juice up your back. A stillborn child inside. It's super gross.
Guilt.
You killed it. And then
I'm gonna have
Rogar
to
eats
get
it
another.
because that's what he does.
This is fire.
Circle of life.
Shall not waste. So you harvest the egg, and there is no harpy baby being raised by the crew here.
Damn it.
Nice try
This
though.
is. Thank you. Thanks for letting me
What a
try.
what a nightmare group that would have been.
Oh,
The
yeah.
harpy
A harpy.
flying around in the background.
Don't let her know she's adopted.
Well,
Vampire, barnacle man.
You should let us have that
giant
one.
dragon boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You guys are perfectly normal individuals. All right. So outside, Moog, it is rain. It is hailing currently, and it kind of hurts Moog, and you have to kind of set up some shelter to kind of get underneath. Not easy enough. I mean, easy enough, but not very difficult. Velree doing her parkour. Rogar is kind of out hunting. Well, I get the three of you to give me perception tests. I will give Velree advantage since he's the parkour freak right now.
Perception.
Yes, perception.
Wait,
Time for some new dice.
All right, that is a 3 for Moog. Moog is more. He's more like focused on his task, his current task, which is, for the most part, he's trying to figure out this rifle. He's learned how to use it. You've learned how to reload it. You haven't figured out how to like speed reload this thing yet. It's powerful, it packs a punch, but it's more of a one shot for now until you can figure out some more about it.
Yeah.
Rogar is just enthralled with his hunt. He finds a slug, and it crawls. It's a good sized slug. It's like the size of it's probably like a 40-pound slug, and it's like creepily trying to crawl away from it. He's got his hand like deep in like a hole. He's like trying to grab a hold of it, and it's just inching away. He's too busy right now. Velree is like doing some dope parkour shit. She like runs up like a tree and like does like a somersault spinning around something.
Yeah.
You know, lands on like a cliff face, like howls out into the hail. I don't know, whatever. You know, you do you. It's just my dream. It's fine. But Velree, as you are on a perch somewhere near the cave, you do see for the first time since you guys have been here, you see sails out at sea in the middle of this storm. They look semi-tattered, and it looks like there is a ship moving in the direction of the Blighted Isle.
Can I tell like what the sails are, if they are conwitch or something else?
With a 23 on your perception test, I will say that you, as you're looking out, this is a tough one because you're not exactly like a ship person.
But I was in conwitch for a long time.
You were in conwitch. You are right about that. Okay, I'll give you this. You see the figurehead on the ship as it's kind of moving, and you recognize the figurehead. This is definitely the Dragon's Hoard. This is one of the ships in the Bittersnout fleet from Conwitch. And it is currently sailing in your direction.
I'm gonna parkour my way back down to the crew and let them know that Conwitch is coming.
What took them so long? But still, how do we flag them down? Because I don't know who else on the ship. I really don't want to use magic.
I think Velree could swim out to it. Maybe we commandeer it.
Is it windy? Is it a windy day?
You're just getting hail, but yes, it is dark out there. Like there are storm clouds. There is a little bit of sunlight peeking through some of the more thinner spots, but it's cold and it is hailing.
Tristan's check this out, and he just casts Skywrite.
Oh shit! Okay, what do you do?
If it's a windy day, though, it gets blown away.
No, it's not. It's not super windy. So
it says it takes 10 minutes, and I can cast up to 10 wards in the sky.
Okay. What do you spell out, Trist?
I'll wish up. We're on the island.
Okay.
Save us.
Save us. Is it like an arrow pointing
yes,
down?
A little arrow pointing.
A little arrow kind of appears some of the clouds above you, and they kind of like shift and move. Now it is like directly above you. Or maybe a little bit farther out, kind of in the Bay area. Bay Area. And let me roll for them real fast. I'll give them advantage on that because that's okay. Yeah. It looks like the ship is skirting along the coastline, a decent way out, so that it doesn't run afoul of any reefs or any hazards near the beaches.
He's prestidigitate me. I look disgusting.
And you watch as the ship is moving. It looks like it's going to pass all of you, and then suddenly there's like a glint of like almost like glass moving, kind of like that glint, like somebody moving like a spyglass maybe. And suddenly the ship begins to turn back towards the beach near the bay that you guys have been taking shelter in.
Yeah, saved us. You're welcome.
I mean, I also pointed out the ship.
Such a good captain.
Smith Velree also participated in the saving.
I found this slug.
Roger brings this like 40-pound slug. It's like, I have found breakfast. It's all like it's still alive. Like you haven't taken the time to kill it yet. It's like trying to slip away. Mm-hmm.
Good job, Rogar.
A ship. Oh, this is that the Dragon's Hoard.
Yeah, well, Morak's come to save us. He recognizes our value to him.
I don't know.
Robert throws his slug behind him.
This prestidigitate me, Tristan.
Prestidigitate everyone so they smell better.
Oh,
Thank you.
We
Should have done that a month
presentable.
ago.
sure, Moog doesn't like it. He's like, oh. No.
It's like fish, or a little more like fish, but either way.
He smells a little better for he's about probably an hour until he starts to musk up again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Those people in Conwich so far, what are they batting? Like, what are the averages here on them being crazy, messed up, horrible, otherworldly beings? So far, it's not looking good. I don't know if I think we should keep our guard up.
We always should because Moog is insane.
Holy shit, I love it.
Yes, the people of Conwich are harmless. I mean, we've saved them plenty of times.
Harmless, except for about every person in Conwich that we've had to kill, and it's been a lot of people at this point.
Well, we've cleansed them all. They're all gone.
I don't know.
The only ones left are good ones.
I don't.
It wasn't
agree
the
with
people of Conwich. It was bandits from other places. Ronan.
Apart
Okay,
from
what
that
about the
one-
little
there
boy
when I
that
first
Mo
got-
killed? The little boy Mo killed. The
That
girl
is true.
Nyarla, the old crazy man with the Cridgeons that ate the wolf thing.
He's dead too.
Let's see, that crazy little area with the evil things and the eyes in the sky and the ship floating around. The
I don't know what eyes you're talking about.
Brian was local. I'm
That's
just
dead too.
saying.
Moog
Maybe
blew his head off.
Conwich ain't such a good place, y'all.
Yeah.
The only one we have to be cautious of is the one that Rogar talks about that killed that woman, Jade.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one. What does he look like again, Rogar?
Rogar explains he looks an elderly. Well, not elderly, but
Yeah, he was,
It's not
50s,
geriatric.
he was middle-aged.
middle-aged.
Yeah, late middle-aged, probably.
Great. And is everyone still cursed? We don't know. Did the Temple of Fuel, Attendant Nazir, did she successfully cure everyone, or is she dead now? We don't know. This is
I mean, that's true, but
It's such a depressing conversation.
cannot.
I'm sorry. I just want us to face reality.
I like to think the things on the brighter side. I like to think that the sun is shining over there and everyone is happy and they're going to welcome us back with open arms.
Yeah. Okay.
As this conversation takes place, the ship gets closer and closer.
Yes.
Well, off we go.
It moors itself.
Would you prefer to stay? You know, it's
No,
many
I did
options.
not say this. I did not say this. I'm just saying, just since we're all, oh, yay, they're here. I just want to keep us all firmly based in reality that these people have so far not really been our friends. Not all of them. Boars is okay. Boars is all right. Attendant Nazir is all right, but I don't trust anyone else. But okay, I'm done. I'll stop. I'll stop saying it. My horrible things seem to come to reality too much, so I'll stop saying horrible things.
Yes.
Let's go.
The ship has stopped. Are you guys paddling out to it, or
Yes.
are you
Take
waiting
the
for them
rowboat.
to send a crew to come get you?
I, for one, would like to swim to the boat.
Stop drinking out too much.
You guys, you
Yes.
still have your little skiff from
We have the rowboat.
from the sea.
Yeah, well, I'm
hack.
gonna
Your
swim.
rowboat.
I'm gonna swim. Mo is
Okay.
swimming
Mo gets in the water. He's
Take
just
advantage.
feeling it. He's like, oh, feels it.
of every. Yep.
Feels loose. He just
Feel
begins to
on
just
little get
just begins
Phelpsy.
to-
Get
do
all
you
Michael
go
Phelpsy.
do you go under the water, or are you swimming on the
Oh
surface?
yeah, nah, man, like a
Like a
fucking
dolphin.
Mo
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
It's majestic.
It's
Yeah,
majestic.
it's
The
majestic,
hair
you know?
just yeah. He bends his back. You
Yeah.
know. It's great. It's great.
Half mad, swimming like
Fucking
a dolphin.
Flashdance, but like the Gulf of Mexico.
As the rest of you are, paddling out there like normal people,
Weirdos,
Moog is
being honest.
swimming towards the boat. I'm gonna say, Moog, you get there well before everyone else, unless
Fucking tens
jumping in.
all around.
Is that what this is? Are we racing to the boat here?
Oh well, no, because she'd beat me, but she's welcome to join my synchronized swimming team.
Roger needs one of the other buff people to help him row the boat.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Bro.
So
Otherwise, Roger's just it's gonna be a while. Roger's just over there like,
Exactly.
just trying to row it by himself. But so Velree stays and helps you row. She looks like she wants to jump in, embrace her inner beast, but lets it pass. Moog, you get there first. There's a net is kind of cast down the side of the dragon's hoard, and we're able to use your 10-foot reach, and you're able to climb the nets, pull yourself up.
How many people are on the deck?
As you pull yourself up, there are quite a few sailors.
Mm-hmm.
And they appear to be the normal sailing individuals. And as soon as you heave yourself on the deck, Moog, they draw rifles and they point them at you.
Yeah.
Bloody hell! The fuck is that? They all draw on you, Moog. What are you gonna do, Moog?
I'm gonna put my arms up in the air.
Is dead high?
Shoot him.
They're all like they're cowering.
Yeah. Hey, whoa.
It's sent from the dredger. It's gonna take our souls.
No. Not yet. No. Everybody calm down. Now listen. Me and my friends stuck on this island. They're all a little crazy, but we need some help. Okay? Now, hey,
Captain.
Hey, yeah, get the
Captain. Captain, there's something on the deck.
Oh, name is Moog.
There's
a bugbear.
There's a figure, which was currently doing the steering come up on the upper deck, kind of moves over. A long coat.
What is he?
Long coat. He is a bugbear.
Nice.
And he looks over towards you, and you recognize Morag Bittersnout himself.
Yes. Nice.
He looks a little different than the last time you saw him, Moog.
Don't I, as well?
His right arm, the sleeve of his coat is empty, as if perhaps he no longer has an arm.
Yeah.
There's very deep scars across his throat and his face that were not there before. He looks like he's not in a very good state. He now also has a dead eye, like you. He looks over towards you, Moog. Oh, Roger.
Yes,
Glad we finally found you. Where's the rest? They in that boat, the skiff?
The skivvy coming up, yeah. Turns out I can swim pretty good now.
What in the name? What has happened to you?
The dredger got his freaking hook in me, man.
Well, all right. Let's just wait on the rest, and we'll discuss what to do about that.
What about you, brother? You look pretty rough.
I'll explain this whenever everyone else gets here. And within the next 5-6 minutes, the rest of the crew shows up.
Going over there.
Going over there.
Like, you think it was wise to send Moog ahead?
I haven't heard gunshots yet, and usually usually those follow Moog's arrival anywhere he goes.
It's true.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
We don't ask that question with this group. We do not ask
Start
that
rolling
question with this
faster.
group.
It goes silent.
You make it to the ship. All of you able to climb the netting. A rope is dropped down to secure your vessel and actually bring it up so they can have an extra lifeboat if needed. The Dragon Horde is a good-sized ship. It is the pride of Morag's fleet, his personal ship. And as all of you are brought onto the vessel, you do recognize most of the sailors so far, but at this point, what you don't recognize is there are several individuals wearing samurai armor on the ship as well. It is black for the most part, and you might recognize some of the symbols on its chest is the Iron Battery.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to use spells. Want to know where we were? Okay.
And
okay.
You see that there are
I didn't cast it.
a few samurai
didn't
kind
either.
of on the.
We left him. We killed because
They're kind of
he
just
was a
looking
wizard.
out and taking up almost a circle around Moog, hands on their weapons, ready to cut him down should they need. If they could even. I mean, Moog, come on. Regardless, though, Morag brings all of you kind of into his cabin, where you find another individual. You find Niarla, the hobgoblin that you guys had saved, the albino hobgoblin.
Hey.
Wearing the vestments of a priestess of Boel. She doesn't have the full sash, the full belt and everything. She's still not a full attendant yet, but she's acting almost as a ship's doctor currently. She looks very excited to see all of you. She is veiled still.
I'm gonna hug.
Very much so, yeah. And she reciprocates, gives all of you hugs. Looks at Moog. Oh, what has happened to you?
Don't ask.
Yes, there's been a string of bad luck lately. Morag kind of pipes up. Yeah, well, some of us fared a little bit better than others. And his empty coat. All of you have noticed that he's missing an arm at this point. Well, I guess I should bring you up to speed. Well, first, I really need to know what happened to Brian.
Well, turns out
He's
Brian
no longer-
turned into something else. And so I turned him into non-existence.
You killed Brian Moog.
One shot right through his fucking knot head, yeah.
My son.
Right through his fucking
Well,
head.
He was not your son anymore, friend. I'm afraid to tell you.
There
He turned
was-
into something completely
there-
else.
There was a hag involved, and
There was a hag involved.
Brine
yes.
was no longer Brine.
He looks defeated. I was afraid this might happen one day.
Well, you
I'm
know,
sorry
you're
for
only a
your
bad
loss.
crowd, brother. That's what happens.
I'm gonna smack Moog in the head because, dear God.
Big ass head. Brian, Morag looks somewhat deflated. He kind of slumps down in like his captain's chair near a desk. He's just kind of,
Try to pat him on the back.
I thought if I could get in here in time, maybe I could do something, but I was a little busy. You guys deserve the full story. Let's just say that I'm a local out of Conwich, and back when I was young, there weren't a lot of opportunities. And I made a deal. I heard the stories, and I sailed out here. And I became prosperous. Started trade with Zinmith. No one had been doing it in generations. All I had to do was raise this boy. But, it started off as just him, then there were a few others. And before I knew it, I knew there was something a little rotten in him. I wanted to see the better, though. I'm sorry that you were brought into this. What about the siren? She's still alive?
Possibly.
Well, she's going to come collect me at some point if we don't do something about that. But that's not your problem. That's my problem. I appreciate everything you've done.
No. She is our problem. When is she coming to collect?
I have no idea. I'm assuming our deal is null and void at this point. We're just waiting for this to all turn to ash, almost like it already has. As you can see, we're under new management, one might say.
The battery.
Not exactly. Someone's laying claim to Conwich.
Again?
Well,
Yeah,
Time we leave.
said he was interested.
what's his fella's name?
Goes by the name Thunderstrike.
Hmm,
Kazan, Thunderstrike.
Have you
Do
seen
we-
him?
He was in town.
Yeah.
He wears a cloak. It's got eyes all over it.
Mhm.
It's weird.
He's definitely one of those wizardly
What,
types.
he's skin of beholder or something?
I don't know. What the fuck is that? Is this some kind of deep sea creature I need to be aware of?
Probably.
Okay, well,
So unrelated, but is Khan still in town?
Khan's the only reason I made it out here.
Okay.
But as you see, I didn't quite make it off the docks without some supervision. But
Do these men report directly to Thunderstrike?
as far as I know, yes. Now, I have noticed they don't have any means of reporting to him right now. If you catch my drift.
I do.
They used the last of their scrolls a few days back. We've been looking for you for weeks. Matter of fact, I'm not here on just my own mission. I was actually sent here by our new lord. He's begun excavating
find us.
Specifically to find you, Rogar.
Rogar, jeez.
Well, let's just say that he's been excavating the ruins of Castle Gatebreaker. He's taken up residence there. You know, Madudvol's old place. He said he found something he likes.
Was it a shield?
I don't know. Apparently there was something beneath the ruins. Some kind of tunnel.
Great.
There's lots of rumors about town. Unfortunately, I don't know too much. All I know is he wants you, Rogar. Specifically, I was supposed to give you this, and he hands you a rolled up piece of parchment, Rogar. He told me he knew if I looked at it, so it's still sealed, and there is a wax kind of seal on the kind of like scroll that's rolled up, and it is in fact the emblem of Clan Thunderstrike.
Now, Tristan, would you look at this to see if it has any ill magics upon it?
Of course. We're by ourselves. There's no black armored folks standing around.
No, they appear to be out on the deck.
Yes, I will detect magic.
Okay, you take time to detect magic. It takes you about 10 minutes or so. Begin combing over the scroll. You do sense that there is some kind of magical essence to this scroll. You do not. It does not appear to be. Appears to be a modified version of conjuration. One might say a custom spell that does not quite fall into the normal purview of spellcraft.
Well, well, I can open this if you want, or if you want a chance that there is something odd with it.
Watch over me while I open it. You will have to read it. I cannot.
That's true. I haven't taught you how to read yet.
So, Rogar will break the seal.
Okay. You're doing this right here in the captain's office?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to be away from everyone else.
Rogar, you open the seal. As soon as you break the seal, the scroll unravels itself. And it breaks from your grasp and hits the floor. And suddenly, there is a light that emanates from the scroll itself. And there is a figure standing before you. He appears to be a hobgoblin, very sallow, almost like grayish skin. Bandaged eyes. There is a bandage with all kinds of strange eldritch runes across it. A hood over him, draping across him, a wizardly-looking person with his hands behind his back, clasping each other in a very astute fashion. There are scrolls tucked into his waist, and you recognize the wizard that assailed you in Port Verona, Kezon Thunderstrike, there before you. Ah, good, finally. I knew you'd do the right thing. And he looks over towards Morag. And he looks back to you, Rogar. Ah, you have been a thorn in my side for quite some time. I see you have new friends. And he kind of glances out the rest, the remainder of the party here. Oh, and you, I don't recognize you. He turns his head towards Nyarla. And Morag's trying to, like, position himself so he couldn't see her, but it looks like it didn't matter. As he's looking around, well, that's interesting enough. How would you say you do a job for me? I wipe your slate clean, white one. I take the bounty off your head.
I thought we were already even.
No.
Back in Port Dorona.
By no means. You may be even with the White Shrouds, but they don't have pull outside of their own domain. And this little town you've been hiding in, it's mine now.
Here. Your laboratory was nearby. Did you
Many?
solve the issue there with your creatures that you were experimenting on?
Let's just say that you don't know the whole picture, friend.
I don't. I still have questions why you took me in the first place, or
Well,
my former companions.
perhaps another time, White One. Time is limited. Now, I will be quite honest. I'm only delivering this message to you as a courtesy, as it has become difficult, one might say necessary, for me to use others to venture towards that island. I need an item from Zinmith. They have resources to find it. And I would have you take this from them. Bring it to me. Your slate will be wiped clean, and you will be aiding the dynasty, no, the world, in the future.
Can I? Oh, I guess there's no point. We know, but in character, insight check,
Go ahead.
because I mean, I know that he's full of crap, but Zune doesn't know anything about this person. Shit. 24.
Bo really wants to shoot this guy. Just putting that out there.
Do you want to put a bolt in him, Mo?
Oh
Please
man,
don't.
real bad. I'm not gonna, but man.
Do you look twitchy,
That's-
Mo?
No, I don't. Well, I was sitting here holding my damn crossbow up, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
Twitchy.
No.
All
Not
right,
a little,
Zune?
not twitchy,
What
but I
twitchy?
will. I'll lay a motherfucker
You're
down.
twitchy.
No, I'm twitchy.
Always
Always twitchy.
As you're kind of looking the cadence of his speech, you can tell that this is a man not used to asking for help. This is a man used to demanding fealty, demanding his superiority over others, and he appears to be uncomfortable in his current aspect. Furthermore, Zune, you can tell that this man is not standing there. This is an illusion of sorts. Perhaps a projection, some kind of modified spell.
Great. Perhaps, in addition, I would like you to leave Conwich and its lying areas.
Well, let's see what you find. We'll talk about it. Let's just say that I've come to like the place. Plus, I did find your gift. Yes, yes indeed. The soup, the what did that crazy woman call it? Some kind of potion, perhaps? A brew, one might say. I appreciate it.
I will see what I can do. Rogar is going to bend down and roll up the parchment if he can.
Okay. You go to touch it. Oh, don't worry. I've run out of time. I need you, before I go, find, it looks like a, you'll probably need to find some kind of map, but there is a item. It is a as he kind of holds his hands open, a image begins to swirl in front of you. Looks like almost like a crystal ball of glass. And there is almost like a miniaturized galaxy floating within it. As he kind of holds it out. I need this. It is imperative I get a hold of it. And he clasps his hands together, shrinks it together. Find it, bring it to me. You'll have a clean slate. And we will make terms on other endeavors. And then he just disperses. The scroll becomes inert.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know who this is. Like, would I know who this is? Would we all know? Is he a huge name?
You would recognize the name Zune because he was the individual that sent Khan out into the
That's
wilderness.
right. I do know that.
So you at least recognize the name. And apparently
I don't
he's
like the
higher
way
up
he's
in the Iron
claimed
Banner.
our city. I don't like the way he's taking claim of Conwich.
He
I don't
is.
like his
You all
interest.
follow me.
I will tell you, Moog, from everyone here, Moog in particular, being from a noble house, you would know that Conwich does not have a lord protecting its lands.
Mm-hmm.
The lords have been gone for over 100 years, and no one has laid claim.
You're the
Yeah.
Lord.
Yarla needs to
Noble
lay
family
claim.
could come in and lay claim if they please, but
They are
nobody
the
has
lords.
decided to.
Why
Well,
isn't
you know
Yarla
what?
laying claim?
Seems like it's going to be Rogar, Lord Rogar's turf. No Braja has anything to say about it.
Rogar says, I need you all to follow me.
I'll follow you anywhere, Rogar.
Rogar opens the captain's door,
Into the darkness.
and he will start walking towards the Black Shrouds.
Well, kind of. They're samurai.
Do up, sorry.
Yes. They're not
Yeah,
black shrouds, but yeah.
Black
samurai.
Shrouds, sorry. No, sorry, not Black Shrouds. Iron Battery.
Inspiration.
Sorry.
Do, 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 do.
Hell yeah.
Rogar
Da-da-da-da,
looks at one of
da-da-da.
them. Rogar looks at one of them. Is there one that looks like the leader?
Yeah, we'll say there's one that's a little more seasoned than the rest, yeah.
Your name?
They call me Devon.
Devin.
It's Devon.
Furniture, but okay.
Yeah. No, he
Does appear to be a
Devon.
hobgoblin.
I apologize. This is not the way I would like things to go. I'm gonna attack it.
You're just gonna attack him? You're gonna bash his
Down
head
his
in?
leg, bro.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Throw him over.
I'm gonna. Rogar screams as he starts to rage.
Oh god.
Kill them all.
This is happening.
As
All right.
No survivors.
no survivors.
I'm gonna tell you, there's only 5 of these samurai on the ship. I'm not gonna even bother rolling initiative for this. You guys are too strong. If you guys want to kill them, they're dead. They're all dead.
All right.
If that's what you want to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Rogar, why did
Get
we
some
kill
fresh
them all?
blood in me.
I know,
yeah,
you
Velree
need to
starts
describe it
drinking
though. I
people
need you
for
to
the first
describe
time.
it.
I'm sure the first guy just eats a club to the face immediately. Just
Yeah,
broken
that's
neck,
what it would be.
goes down.
Yeah.
I'm sure Velree goes
5.
rage
One
mode,
for
jumps on
each.
someone.
Hmm.
You know, Mo probably puts a bolt through 2 dudes' eyes or something crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, it goes horribly bad. The people, the normal sailors are terrified. They're scrounging away from the bloodshed that is unsheathed on the deck of the ship.
This is
After you
fine.
massacre these samurai, I'm assuming you just kind of like toss their bodies over the edge, or
We looked to see.
Loot.
I looked to. Yeah, obviously loot, but mainly in the not for items in particular, but anything possibly that would
Potions.
be of interest that might give any more clues to the battery or Kazan
okay.
orders,
Good
perhaps.
to get?
You find 9 potions of healing between them. They have standard armor. It is considered like plate armor. They each have mundane swords, katanas, longsword, essentially, if you guys want any of these. They also have a smaller short sword as well. The bigger one that Rogar caved his skull in, he does in fact have orders, and the orders are to make sure that Morag returns the ship to Conwich upon his finding of the white-scaled dragonborn.
Okay. We could do speak with dead if there's anything else that anyone wants to ask. But I think I'm going to go back to the crew and kind of try to calm people down a little bit.
Calm him down a little bit.
This is fine,
It's
guys.
fine, guys. This is Saturday. This is afternoon.
Sir,
It's a little uncouth. Social skills a
start
little
tossing
rusty.
them in the water.
Do you want to talk to one of them, Trist?
Who? Speak with dead?
Yeah.
Nah. I'm talking to Morag. Morag, did you know I'm also a captain now, Morag, if you didn't know.
He's like, it's a far off look witnessing the massacre. He just kind of like, I forgot how good you were.
Yes.
Wow.
We've grown in power.
Yes, soon.
Not to be rude, but what happened to you?
Yeah, I was getting to that before you opened that godforsaken scroll. First, I was told to hide Nyarla. Our attendant Nazir did not trust the individual that was asking questions about her.
Who was asking questions? Was it
Thunderstrike
this guy?
was.
Thunderstrike.
Yes.
Okay.
And she felt uncomfortable and tried to sneak her onto the ship with me. Now he knows. That's going to go well, I'm sure. But as you know, there were a series of brutal killings while you fled from Conwich with Brian. And the only people targeted were those that had brands on their throats. As you see, I barely had time to get mine off before I was almost killed myself. He was insanely fast. He weaved in and out of shadow. He wore a straw hat. His skin was almost reddish color. Not like any hobgoblin I've ever met.
What about the potion? We went through so much effort to.
Yeah, well, the
gain.
potion takes time to make, and we did not have much. Most people were killed. The only ones that were spared were me, because I was almost dead in the process. Boars, almost fatally wounded himself, managed to drive off his attacker, which, after it slew the last of my old crew, fled.
Great.
He disappeared into nothingness. All that was left was a haiku.
Did you bring the haiku with you?
No, I didn't bring it with me. Was that important?
Do you know what it said?
Something about fire and, I don't know, the afterlife.
Great.
Specifically the hell. One of the hells.
Rogar, yes, that's word. Rogar, I'm sorry for the display.
It wasn't
As
your
you
fault,
know,
Rogar.
Thunderstrike. It's a dangerous man. He set up a laboratory a little bit ways away from Conwich itself, where I was taken. Probably almost a year ago, I guess.
It's been close.
Me and my former companions were all held captive there. And those things we all fought, those hive-like creatures, as Rogar starts talking to the rest of the party, were all from this lab. We found out that Kezon Thunderstrike was the proprietor or
Benefactor.
benefactor of this facility, and there was a book that we had come across Tuk, our thief, had stolen without our knowledge a book that had information apparently that he wanted. I never got to see what was in it. Tuk and my friend Zaltkar kept it a secret from the rest of us.
What did this book look like?
It looked like an old leather journal.
What color was it? Did it look bound in
flesh? No.
Yeah? Okay.
No. It was it seemed to be worn leather.
Don't ask Morag, but yeah.
Kezon came to us in Port Dorona after we had fought some minion that had killed Tuk. And we could tell he was, or at least I could tell, that he was a dangerous opponent. Zaltkar decided to challenge his authority and was immediately struck down. He took the book and left. I thought that would be that.
Zaltkar sounds pretty cool, though.
Zaltkar was pretty cool. He is the same man who put a bounty on my head and the rest of my companions. Unfortunately, I'm the only one left alive. If he wants this item, I do not believe we can give it to him by any means. I do not intend to return to Conwich, at least as we are now. I know that this is a hard decision. You know, we have people there that we care about.
Yeah.
But I do not see a way that we can defeat this man as we are now. And he apparently has sway in the Iron Battery as well, which, from what you two have told me, is a very powerful organization.
It's pretty powerful. But yeah.
Perhaps, Morag, you know of another place we can go.
There's not many ports in the dynasty. Are we fleeing? What are we doing?
Well, he wants us to go to Zenith, right? He believes that this orb is in Zenith, correct?
Believes it. Well, with what I heard was true. He thinks that there's a lead to wherever this orb is in Zenith.
So we need to put Nyarla somewhere safe.
Yes.
So maybe we could just go ahead and go to Zenith. I mean, Moog has someone he needs to see there, and Conwich is, I guess everyone is safe as long as he doesn't have this orb and he thinks we're doing what he asked us to do.
Question.
Yes.
DM question. Yes. The orb that he described and showed, is it the same orb that Triss found in the
it appears to be that orb.
Okay. All right.
Which you guys skipped ahead and found.
Just going a little wild.
Tristan pulls it out. He's probably looking for this.
And Morag looks at it like, oh, what the hell is that?
It's nothing. You didn't see it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Just holds it out there.
No, just takes it and puts it back in the bag. Stop it.
Lord of the Rings music starts playing.
But we don't have that yet, as far as anyone knows.
Okay. I gotta be honest with you. I've traded with Zenith, but I've never actually been in the town. Brian used to always go. There's a reef that we used to stop nearby. We've been out here a while. We could use supplies. We might be able to barter for some from the folks there. They're strange, but They've never been openly hostile, at least as long as you don't try to get on the island or anything like that. They definitely don't
Might
like
have
us
other
fishing
reasons.
near them.
Lori, have you seen Zenmith itself?
Somewhat. It's mostly shrouded in like this fog year round, kind of strange. It's in a bit of a moor, like a swampy kind of area.
If I gave you a piece of paper, can you draw it from what it looks like on that reef?
The reef or the town?
Looking at the town from the reef.
I could try.
I would greatly appreciate it if you could.
Okay, all right.
Or if you can describe it, as I mean, Zoom might be good at drawing. I have no idea what that
Stick
requires.
figures.
Does anybody have? I don't know.
Bars are good
like,
at everything.
Some kind of artistic
Cartography.
tools?
Calligraphy.
I have calligrapher's supplies.
Guess who is proficient with calligraphy?
I mean,
Fucking Moog Broadjai is.
Moog Broadjai,
I like to draw pictures.
I'll tell you what, Moog. Give me
Part of being the heir of
culture.
WoW to keep the history of the tribe, man.
Give
You know,
me-
I gotta
I
write
like
this
to draw
down.
pictures.
This is a calligraphy check. This will be
What do you need?
dexterity
All
plus it'll be dexterity plus your proficiency bonus since you are proficient in it.
Oh, so a stealth check. Where's the sleight of hand check?
Yeah, kind
Either
of.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. You can just roll one of those and we'll count it as the same.
Well, better than nothing.
14 is not bad. Not bad.
I haven't practiced in a
So
while. The
he-
barnacles, man.
Begins to describe the layout of the town to the best of his abilities. And Moog's surprisingly deft at this. None of you have seen any kind of artistic skill. His long arms, he's kind of stooped over like a spider a little bit. And he's kind of like, and he gets in close a lot of times. He only has one eye now, so he's getting in there, really in there. There's a lot of ink used. And at the end of it, there is in fact a decently cartographed like map of at least the outskirts of
Can I
Zindan.
sign it? But the O is a smiley face.
Sure, why not? There's a M smiley face UGH. Raja, of course.
Clearly, he's mad.
Yes.
Does it look like what I saw in my dream?
It looks similar, Trist.
Mm. Yeah, this looks pretty similar to what I had a dream about.
Then we will not go there. Where will
Well,
we go?
we'll take a vote. I say we go.
Feeling.
We do need supplies. You understand that, right? Like, we're not going to last out here much longer.
There are
I feel
worse
like-
fates than starving to death at this point, I'm learning. But fine, we will go.
We'll take a vote. We're a crew.
I vote that we go. I feel that
We have majority now.
fate has pushed us in this direction.
But look at it this way, Zoom. We already have the item that he wants, so we don't have to stay very long.
Yeah, this isn't going to end well for us, but okay. Just mark my words.
We'll help Moog find his cousin.
Yeah,
It's true. We
that's right.
promised Moog
Moog,
to find his cousin.
can you paint a picture of your cousin, Moog? I did not know that you were so skilled.
It's true. He surprises us
I
every
could
day with
try.
his talents.
Yeah, if you don't mind. It might help with asking if anyone's
I'm gonna do another sleight of hand check to see
Go
if I
ahead.
can draw a
Go
picture
ahead.
of Zidrin.
We'll see if you can draw
A stick figure.
It'll draw a
Oh,
sketch.
Man, Zidrin was my favorite
Shit.
Even
cousin.
better.
I'll say this, Moog. You get a piece of parchment and you roll it out, and it's almost like a police sketch of this man's face.
Little charcoal drawing, you know.
You're like, sketching it. It's very detailed.
Damn.
The rest of you are like, shit, man, Moog's got some skills. He's just
Draw me like one of your elf girls. They have no.
Oh,
yes, yes.
Moog's, surprisingly artistic.
Keep a little, folded up parchment and charcoal Granel in my back pocket that I
God.
drew.
Yeah, you guys, as you see him, see him reaching for some of his art supplies. There's like a little pin-up of Gramriel falls out onto the ground. Her teeth
Dear
are out.
God.
Kind of next to her. You know.
Put that back in my kilt.
Oh shit.
Just laid out on a couch.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Missing her without her teeth, of course.
Of course.
Saggy titty.
They're sagging.
Fucking hell.
This
We're
is
supposed
really
to be for kids, man. This
impressive
kids
mode.
show.
Now that we've talked about sagging goblin tits.
Yes.
Good night, children.
Where did you learn to draw like this? But okay.
Zun's impressed. Did
Yeah.
not realize you had any kind
God.
of skill outside of murder.
No.
So
Murder.
it's
Murder and
surprising. It is
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mo's got a sensitive side, y'all. It's
I
it
feel like
ain't
he
all
says
just
it that
hair
way.
and death.
I feel like he says it that way. His one eye kind of moving around weird places right now. He only has 2 sanity, so there's that.
See, the thing is, I'm crazy as a loon, but I don't know it.
He doesn't know it.
So there's
I'm
no.
the best artist are, so hey.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, I guess we're going to Zenmouth. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go give orders. The crew we have here, they're decent enough. If any of you have any skill with ships, I would gladly. I mean, Trist, you've sailed before. You're a captain, correct?
Yes. I mean, we've all sailed before. We all have experience.
So you could man the wheel.
Probably. I usually let someone else do that, but
Well, I could use the hand right now. I literally only have one. So if you could man
I
the
have
wheel for
2.
me, if you could man the wheel for me. Perhaps, Moog, you seem to have a sharp eye. You want to get in the roost. All right. The rest of you have.
Crow's nest. I'm up. I'm in my.
Thank you. The man we had in there before, he suffered a bad fate yesterday. So, whew, it's been a long trip, everyone. I'm very thankful to have found you. Let's just deal with what we can for now, and then we'll talk about our future. So, and he leaves the captain's quarters. Nyarla's kind of in there, just looking at towards the rest of you. Her veil obscuring her features.
Can I try, now that I've been more seasoned, try to remove curse again on her?
Are you going to attempt to?
I'm going to ask her if she would mind if we tried again.
I appreciate the action soon, but Attendant Nazir has tried several things.
She can't do it.
They've not worked. I do not. Perhaps you've learned something out here in this horrible place you've been. I'm sorry we could not find you sooner.
It's fine. It's not your fault. You're fine.
All of you would notice that she does not have a mark on her neck, not even a scar. Tristan Varel has a scar on his throat where his brand used to be.
So did the potion work?
I didn't drink any potion.
Not to be rude. What happened to your
It just kind of went away. It was strange.
Huh.
I was never even attacked by that man, that assassin.
Insight check.
You can make
She
an
being
insight check.
deceitful? I don't know. I don't
Go ahead.
I'm trying to recall. The jade, did her mark disappear?
No,
Or I think it was still there.
definitely
Yeah.
not.
17.
17. It's hard to read through the veil, but her body language isn't giving anything away as to being deceitful or not.
I'm not going to comment that to her. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, Attendant Nazir thinks it's just part of, I don't know, something that's been going on with me. I've never been sick. I've never broken a bone. It's just strange like that.
Huh. That is very interesting. What about, I'm curious, I know her throat was slit. I'm not going to tell her this, but is that scar gone?
There's no scar.
She's immortal. That's great, just like her son. And now we all know this.
Immortal.
She's immortal.
That's your first go-to. She's fucking immortal.
I wasted a healing spell on her, but this is fine. This is normal at this point. Okay, well, I'm thinking she's immortal. I'm not saying it. Gonna go out and do what I do best. Entertain.
Okay, well, I have a few men to attend to downstairs in the room I'm using this for healing. If any of you need anything, you can come downstairs and I'll do my best.
Definitely. It's nice to see you in your armor.
Of course. She kind of bows to you and she walks out the door.
Tristan stands up. I have a ship to sail.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Pops his collar and then walks upstairs.
I'm going to go find alcohol and invite Velree to come drink with me. Well, no. That means different things. She's a Dampier. She's already had something to drink. I'm going to still invite her.
She literally just ate someone not too long ago.
Invite Velree and Moog and whoever else, Rogar, if he wants, and we can just find some alcohol on this ship. We've been dry for about a month.
Okay. There's definitely alcohol to be had. Rogar does have a bottle of infinite.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's Trist.
Tristan does too.
Trist does. Trist has
Rogar
the bottle
has
of
a
infinite.
large gourd.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The alcohol even affect me?
Alcohol? We'll see.
Question. How long is the voyage to Zimmer?
It's going to be at least a day.
Okay.
Get too trashed. That's fine.
So, as most of you gather, Trista, I'm assuming you're going up to the deck to actually aid with the steering of the vessel. Moog, are you going to the crow's nest or are you drinking with your companions?
I'm gonna go up to the crow's nest.
Okay. Moog goes up to the crow's nest is Dune, Velree, and Rogar.
The bard and the barbarian's getting drunk. What could go wrong?
Rogar is pretty exhausted, so Rogar is gonna take it easy.
Rogar's gonna take it easy. Are you out on the deck or are you just in the ship?
Rogar doesn't like sailing, so Rogar is gonna stay inside as much as possible.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. Rogar's probably we'll say you're probably down below, maybe near the healing room.
Sure. Close to Narla, I guess.
Yeah, close to Nyarla. And there are a few sailors in there. Some of them look pretty tore up, like they fought something. And then in the not too distant past, there are a couple corpses that are bagged, and it looks like some kind of magic has been cast on them, Rogar, to keep them preserved. And if Nyarla sees you kind of glancing at them, yes, it has been a treacherous journey. We're attacked by winged creatures not too long ago, off the island, in fact.
This island?
Yes, this is the one we've been combing. It's the one we were told to look for you.
Harpies. Female?
I was never out there. I don't know. But whatever it is, they appear to be vicious and poisonous.
Your ability. Your veil.
Yes.
Has it grown in strength as well?
I do not know. I'm afraid to ever lift it.
That's the only your mark, your brand. Your ability to heal yourself.
I wouldn't say I heal myself. I I don't know. It weakened and was gone slowly.
Any other new abilities? Have you gained any other new abilities? Or
Not outside the teachings of Attendant Nazir, no. Give me an insight check.
Thank you.
Like Rogar.
oh god, all right. It's gonna be bad. Seven.
I mean, you believe her, Rogar. She's never lied to you.
It's true.
I must say,
Rogar's
Rogar,
tired.
You look quite exhausted. Perhaps you should lie down. And I like your piercing.
Thank you. Rogar will lay down. He has no reason not to leave. So.
All right. As Rogar lays down, the rest of you finding a... Now, Zune and Velree, are you going down below to find this, like, keg or whatever? Or where are you guys going to be?
We might need to ask someone passing by, hey, where could someone go to get a little, a little drink?
Why don't you give me persuasion check, Zune?
Please roll
Gotta help her out.
I'm gonna roll again. I'm gonna use a luck point. Well, I'm gonna use my bardic or my DM inspo persuasion.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's
26.
right.
And I will say that it was Velree helping you because you're currently at disadvantage, Zune.
Oh crap! Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
So it's a straight roll.
Thank you.
That works fine. So Zune, you know one of the sailors, and I don't know, how do you help Velree?
I'm gonna kind of. Velree's attractive, right?
I mean, to a normal person, maybe if she's not, showing her fangs, maybe. If perhaps
wipe
maybe
the blood off her face.
This person didn't see her rip someone asunder and drink them on the top of the ship, maybe.
I'm gonna, put my arm around, their waist because I'm a bit shorter. I'm like, hey, so
a little skin,
Hey, it's like this is like the cook, the one guy that wasn't out on the deck when you guys
get a little drink.
I mean, you don't know. Don't kink shame him. Maybe he likes to see murder Dampier chicks.
He's the cook. He kind of walks out. He's a smaller goblin. Oh, hey.
Oh, okay. Then I'll put my
goblins
arm
are
around
into
his
weird shit.
upper. Hey, so you want to get a drink with us? Where we could find something?
Oh, I didn't know we had a woman aboard. Oh, and what? And he looks at you quizzically, not sure if you're a man or a woman, Zune.
Does it matter?
He didn't say it out loud, but he's just like, well, yeah, I get. I've got a private stash here in the kitchen. If you guys want to join me,
yeah.
Best stuff. The captain doesn't know I have it. It's technically his. Don't tell him. Don't tell anybody. Okay, all right.
No, I'm good at keeping secrets.
Sneaks you into the kitchen. Sneaks you guys in the kitchen. So we do have a policy in the kitchen where we like to unbutton our shirts, and he begins to kind of like unbutton a couple buttons at the top, and he goes, "It just helps, to not dry out the area, around
I see. Well, it's a good thing we're not part of the crew.
Like a flex, like a.
Wow.
He's like 3 feet tall.
I can tell you've been working on that.
Yeah. I'm doing a lot of cutting in here. Preparing a lot of meats. I'm good with my hands.
You're good with meat, you say?
Yeah. I'm real good with meat. And I cook a lot of oysters and clams. Over there.
Good with oysters, clams, and meat. I like this guy.
That's me. They call me the clam man. And all right. So yeah, let's get this barrel open, and slide away from that. As he shows you guys the captain's private stock.
Nice.
And that's where we're going to take our first break.